Black lives have always mattered, period. Let's start there. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alexis. So today I'm going to be filming a black owned makeup brand tutorial, also known as the B.O.M.B makeup tutorial or makeup challenge. So I'm excited for this video because I've never done a challenge yet on my channel. Unfortunately, I don't have makeup brushes and makeup tools, and my lashes are not black owned, but I will be providing you guys with links where you can purchase black owned makeup products, from lashes to makeup brushes to skincare. I'm gonna post a lot of information in the info box, as well as other helpful resources that you guys can utilize. So while I'm applying these black owned makeup brands and talking briefly about them, I'm also gonna touch upon my thoughts and my feelings about everything going on in the world right now. With all of the active Black Lives Matter movements, I just wanted to pay homage to the black community, to black creators. If you want to see the look I created, then keep on watching. Let's get into it. So as you can see, your girl have no eyebrows on. I'm gonna be using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Banana Powder. This powder is not new to me. I love this powder. So I'm just gonna be priming my eyebrows because I have oily skin, if you do not know. And when it comes to eyebrows, I'm nervous to try new products because I just know what works for me and I'll stick to that. So today I'm gonna be using the UOMA Beauty. This is the Baby Hair Precision Brow Pencil. I love the packaging, it's so cute. And the pencil itself is even cuter. So when you take it out the package, it's this nice gunmetal packaging with the bold bright colors. This is in the shade number 6. Now I personally like to use pencils and a powder for my brows, and since I don't have a brown powder and I want to maintain the challenge as much as I can, I'm just going to use this pencil and I'm going to hope for the best. Now I just want to point out to you guys, I have used this eyebrow pencil twice. The first time I tried this was when I first attempted to film this video, and what I can say is I do like this eyebrow pencil. I'm not used to filling out my brows just like with the eyebrow pencil. I haven't done that in years. So I'm just going to outline my brows. Before I say anything, I just have to say that these are my own opinions, these are my own thoughts, and I want to address them. Even though I don't have 1 million followers, or if I don't have 1 million subscribers, I still want to utilize my platform in a positive way and do the best that I can. So if you don't know what's going on right now, you are part of the problem, either because you don't care about what's happening because it's not affecting you and your community, or your privilege prohibits you from seeing the larger issue. How could you lack empathy to know that what's going on right now is wrong? This police brutality is very much real and it's heartbreaking. If you're my friend and we talk, like, you'll know how I'm feeling. But I just wanted to come on here one time for the one time and talk about our current political climate. Let me finish up my brows first though, hold up. So this pencil is actually not too creamy or too waxy, and I really like that. I feel like I could have used a shade lighter as well, but this will work. I have to look into if she have a pomade because I'm slowly getting back into pomade. So the next product I'm going to be using is concealer to carve out my brows, and I'm also going to be using another UOMA Beauty product. This is the UOMA Stay Woke Brightening Concealer, and I must say UOMA kind of does that when it comes to packaging. Like the fact that it says woke in like a digital clock type font, so cute. It says PM on the back. This is in the shade number Bronze Venus T2. So I also use this concealer. All of these products I've used before once or twice because I tried to film this video once or twice. I thought this concealer would actually be a little too dark for me. I would say this concealer is more of like just make the skin even, but I wouldn't use it as like that brightening effect that I really want, that I really like in my concealers. Like I like to put a lighter concealer on the inner corners and like a little bit underneath the brow. This is more so of like the first concealer I put on. If you watch my previous videos, the concealer looks like this, and we're gonna clean up the brows. And then I'm gonna pull that concealer down because this is also gonna act as our eyeshadow base. If I'm not using a actual eyeshadow base, I typically use a concealer. And you can also find this brand at your local Ulta or on their website. And one thing about OMA Beauty, the creator of OMA Beauty actually created this initiative called Pull Up, and it was basically to get makeup brands and other brands that we utilize, like big corporations, to actually post their Black employees that they have in their organization. I wasn't surprised because it's not a secret that, you know, there's inequality in corporations. There's inequality everywhere. Inequality and systematic and systemic racism exists everywhere. So I wasn't surprised to see that the number of Black employees in these organizations were so low. And honestly, I love that OMA did this. Let me actually find out her name. So it's called Pull Up or Shut Up, and it is a non-profit organization, direct action movement fighting for economic opportunities by Black people, and it was created by Sharon C, and she is a creator of OMA Beauty, and currently she have 128k followers, and she's basically here, I don't want to say exposed, she's here pushing for transparency. And I like that. And I feel that as customers, when we're spending our hard-earned money to fuel these big companies like Apple and Target, Nike, we have the right to know who's on the other side. Who's there that look like me? Who's there that look like us? You know what I'm saying? First, she started doing makeup brands, but then she said, oh, y'all thought y'all was safe? And then we got into brands like Adidas, Good American, The Body Shop, Nike. Check out her page to see if your favorite brand is actually supporting Black people and what they're doing to change that. I feel like a lot of these brands are now just jumping on the trend. It's not a trend to be Black. It's not a trend to support Black people now, because this police brutality and oppression have been going on for the longest. And it's continuing every day that we don't do anything about it. I'm gonna leave her Instagram down below so you guys can find it. I actually wanted to let you guys know that I also do have a lot of pre-recorded videos. I just felt like when I actually wanted to start uploading videos weekly, that's literally the week where George Floyd was wrongfully killed, and I just knew it would be so insensitive. It was just not the right time to be posting videos. Like, nobody cares about an eyebrow tutorial when my people are dying outside. And I feel like I have to disclose this because I know a lot of people have opinions about everything. I hate that I have to disclose this, but I am Black. I am biracial, but that does not make me any less Black or proud to be Black. I am proud to be Black. I support Black Lives Matter, period. Black lives have always mattered. Let's start with that. I just feel like now a lot of people are just like afraid to be canceled by the canceled culture, or like they're just afraid, so they're just like, oh, let's issue a statement and donate money so they don't come for us. But it's like, y'all weren't doing this before. Y'all didn't have this energy before, so you know, like, don't think you're safe now, because we're watching. Us as consumers, we're watching. So I just feel like if you didn't have this energy before and you took too long to address what's been going on, it's not genuine. If we have to ask, if Black people have to ask, or people in general, if we have to ask for you to donate, if we have to ask what are you doing during the current political climate to help the Black Lives Matter movement, we shouldn't have to beg you for basic human rights. We shouldn't have to ask you to open up your pockets. This should be something that you're actively doing. All of these companies need to realize that these employees are tired as well. Like, these corporations, these big organizations, these corporate jobs just love to say, these are trying times, these are trying times. Like, yes, these are trying times, and y'all are trying it because there's a lot that you guys can do, and you guys just choose to poorly address it or address it too late. I understand how some companies could feel like they need to gather their thoughts first, but I just feel like this should be the first thing that's addressed. I don't want to see anything else posting on your Instagram feed until this is addressed, and it should be addressed swiftly. Okay, so we kind of got the brows going here. I actually like them more than I did them last time, so maybe that's a sign that this tutorial won't be a flop. All right, cool. Prep the eyes furthermore with the concealer, and this concealer is nice. It's not too thick. I love the doe foot applicator, how it's large enough. I hate those little skinny like Q-tip looking things. I was a bit confused though, because this concealer said it was a luminous concealer. Let me pull it up right now. It's a luminous brightening concealer, yet it says that it leaves the skin perfectly matte, but it is a creamy full coverage concealer, fragrance free, vegan free, and cruelty free. And I'm looking at that right now on Ulta.com. So I guess it's a matte concealer, but it has a luminous finish, if that makes sense. Could be wrong, could be right. So I'm going to be using two eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to use the JAMROCK palette by Playing in Makeup by Yolanda. I'm really excited that I finally got my hands on this, and I got it as soon as it restocked. And then I do have the ZULU palette by Juvia's Place. I love this palette. I love her formulas, size of the pans, and they're just great pigmented eyeshadows. Let's see. I had different variations of this look, but I'm just gonna close my eyes and pick one. She has eyeshadow brushes. If you guys are actually interested in eyeshadow brushes, she's creating like P. Louise dupes. She's creating those eyeshadow bases, and I cannot wait to use those because it's Black owned, and P. Louise is kind of hard to get sometimes. So when you open up the palette, first of all, I'm glad that it comes with a mirror, because I feel like a lot of larger palettes don't come with mirrors nowadays, and I do appreciate that this one have. As opposed to the colors, let's get into it, because sis, look at these colors. And on top of that, look at the names. Like, we got Mr. Vibes Cartel, Come Breed Me. We got Miss Luce Luce, a Bubble Gala Bubble, Yeah Body Say Good. Okay, like Carnival, Costume, Trini, like a Waistline, Wicked. Like, come on, like the names of these shadows are just very Caribbean, and I love it. I am half West Indian, so I relate. Like, I'm feeling this palette. So it comes with 30 shades in the palette, a giant nice mirror, and all of the shades are matte besides these two, Flavor and Bam Bam, but nevertheless they're great colors. They got a shade named Pasa Pasa in here. If you ever went to the Team Pasa Pasa parties back in the day, you a real one, because what a throwback. Let's get into this eyeshadow. Shade that I'm gonna pick up is the shade Costume. I'm just gonna start by outlining my eye. I'm gonna do like a cut crease today. Just gonna open my eyes because I want to make sure that the crease is high enough. Blue eyeshadow complements brown eyes a lot, if you did not notice. And I'm just gonna be flicking it out. Just gotta trust the process, because this looks crazy until the end. Okay, so now that I have that laid down, I'm gonna go and take the shade Colors. Yeah, be now colors. And I'm gonna start by buffing out that first shade that we put down. Then I'm gonna switch over to my brush, and I'm just gonna try to blend this out a little more. And then I'm gonna go back in with the shade Costume, that first blue shade, and we're gonna intensify that blue. And I'm just gonna pick up that same brush I had, and I'm just gonna go in circular motions to diffuse that blue we just put down. I don't know why I didn't zoom you guys in. You know that's my thing. There's actually been an influx of a lot of Black owned businesses, and it just makes me so excited. I just hope that they are successful as, you know, those entrepreneurs hope their businesses would be. We need more Black people in Black spaces, because, you know, we're always giving our money and our dollars and our coin places where, you know, we're not always respected and valued back. It's good to see young Black entrepreneurs, you know, grinding and doing what they have to do. Just gonna get a brush to buff this out. So here's where the cutting of the crease comes in. So I'm going to take that same concealer, the UOMA Beauty Concealer, and then apply a generous amount to cut the crease. I'm just going to open my eyes so it could kind of cut a little. Crease is cut. I'm just going to slightly touch up the blue just in case some concealer got a little too high. Dipping into the ZULU palette, I'm gonna take, don't mind that the shade is missing, I'm gonna take this blue shade right here, and I'm gonna be placing this on that base. Now I like to apply foil shadow many different ways. I basically utilize all three techniques that I'm about to tell you. So sometimes I'll just pick it up on my finger first, or I'll get like a flat synthetic brush, but I always go in with my finger, and I always wet the shades, because you're just getting the most out of your foiled shadows that way. Like, the shadow is cute now, right? But watch this. I'm just gonna be spraying my brush, and then look, it's intensifying. So I'm gonna take a smaller brush, try to get right up in there. It's looking really good already. Oh, I'm excited. I'm gonna take this on my finger and then pat that on. Just want to always make sure I get the maximum amount of pigment in my shadows. I'm gonna take this green shade. It's dirty, I know. The shadow is a big deal, I must say. So I'm gonna pop this on the inner corner. Ooh, y'all see that? Hold on, because I didn't even wet my brush yet. Because when I wet my brush, sweetie, it's gonna be a problem, period. Pretty much what we're working with. I'm actually gonna take a little bit of Visine. It's not black owned, but you know, love using this trick. I'm gonna saturate the brush, and I'm actually gonna pick up another shade. I'm gonna pick up the shade Stacy, which is this nice like navy blue shade. Ever so slightly press this on my lash line. I'm gonna do the other eye off camera and we're gonna come back and finish it off. So I'm back. We're gonna move on to the base. The Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer, and I actually purchased this primer when it first came out along with the foundation. I really did like the foundation. I'm gonna take this primer. So personally, I feel like this primer is more of a lotion. It's more like a mattifying lotion if you ask me. I just wish for someone who have large pores like myself, it would be more like silicone-y so it could actually fill in the pores. But I know some people really like this primer, but I do wish that I actually purchased more brands. I do have a lot of things from Fenty. I wish I could have like got other black owned brands. I'm just gonna take some Fenty powder. I'm just going to set that. Now as for foundation, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place foundation. This is the I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. So this foundation is really good. She have an extensive range of shades that you can pick from. Why is there pigeons on my AC? The ghetto. So this is actually in the shade Casablanca 450. I have tried 3 shades from Juvia and I just feel like her undertones were just weird on me. I don't know if I got my hands on my correct shade, but it was kind of hard to find my shade. I felt like either they would look too olive on me or too yellow. Just to let y'all know, this foundation does look a bit crazy when you put it on, but it oxidizes and it looks good on the skin after, but initially it looks a little scary. So I'm just gonna take it on the back of my hand. And you can also find this foundation at, wow, that was a lot. Yeah, with this foundation you don't need a lot because she's thick. Like, this foundation is thick and it's full coverage. This is one of the most full coverage foundations I've ever used, and it's really affordable. See, it doesn't really look like it would be my shade. I wore this the other day. It actually looked really good. It actually looked a little luminous too. I was like, I feel like sometimes your makeup look better throughout the day, like an hour or so. The natural oils kind of seep through and make your skin look nice and luminous. Even as an oily person like me, I do like to look luminous, but not oily. I'm gonna conceal my under eyes using that same UOMA Beauty concealer. Now, I really wish, hold on, the pigeons are back. Now, I like this concealer. I was a little nervous about it because I was actually going to get 2 shades, this shade and then this shade lighter than this. But when I was on Ulta, I wasn't really feeling the numbers at the bottom of my cart. So I said, you know what, let me just take my luck. Let me just take my luck with this concealer. And this concealer is good, but if I had a lighter concealer just so I could just brighten it up a little bit more, ooh, it would have been such a vibe. The only thing I don't like about this concealer is the price for not even 1 ounce. My other concealers are at least 1 ounce and they're around the same price range. I think this is like $25 for 0.17 fluid ounces. I like a bang for my buck, so I feel like if I'm paying this much for a concealer, it's not like the most expensive concealer in the world, but I just feel like for the price point there could be more product in this. I'm just gonna use this Fenty. For the under eye, I'm just gonna use my banana powder from Fenty. Now I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty Caramel Cutie Bronzer. I know the brand Marina Beauté have like really nice bronzers. I'm gonna take some more powder and cut this contour. So as that bake, I'm gonna do my lower lash line. So I'm gonna take that dark blue shade that I used earlier. Smoke that out a little bit. I'm gonna take the shade Colors. I'm gonna buff that darker blue out. So there is the lower lash line. Just gonna define that blue one more time. Now for the inner corner, I'm gonna go back in that green, touch that up. And I'm actually gonna spray it, intensify a little bit more. For mascara, I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Full-Frontal Mascara. You would think this is a full face of Fenty, but I promise you it's not. Sorry if you're tired of saying Miss Fenty, but I love what she stands for. And her products are actually good, and I love that there are no limits when it comes to her makeup products. They're so versatile and they're unique. But I have to say, this mascara, if you're a person who likes to laugh and cry a lot like me, this is not like a smudge proof mascara. It will run, so I wouldn't use this on my lower lash line. As I mentioned earlier, I do not have any black owned lashes, but I will link some down below. I know Lena Lashes or Lashes by Lena is a black owned lash brand. I'm not familiar with any other lashes. I'm gonna use my Caked Opulence lip scrub by YALINA WALROND. I'm not even gonna say who this blush is by, just take a good guess. Petal Poppin'. If I miss golden hour, I'm gonna be so pissed. Okay, so highlight. 24 Karat Fairy Bomb by none other than the less Riri. Put some of my Cupid's bow. Now for the lips, I think I'm actually gonna use a little bit of Petal Poppin'. Her products are versatile. Fenty Sweet Mouth. I'm gonna do my hair real quick. So yes, this is the final look. I am really happy with the way that this look turned out. I really liked all of the products that I use, and I'm definitely going to be exploring more into OMA Beauty and Playing in Makeup by Yolanda. I really like their product, and this was really fun to create, especially with my ponytail going on. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you'd like and comment on this video. And I just want everyone to know I'm gonna leave some petitions down below where you can actively sign. Please, 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 guys, actively participate in spreading awareness to racism, prejudice, privilege. We have to do our part and help change society. I know a lot of news channels aren't covering as much as social media, especially Twitter and Instagram is, but please help educate your friends, your family, call them out when they are wrong. I feel like a lot of the issues that we have is just because of ignorance, because we're uneducated or we don't want to learn. And that's fine. For the people who are ignorant and choose to be ignorant and not accept the fact that they are ignorant, we're just gonna have to work harder than them and spread positivity instead of negativity. There has been a lot of positive change already happening because we have been signing those petitions, because we have been using our voice, because we've been protesting, changing society. Turn on your post notifications if you want to see the next time I upload a video, because I do have a bunch of pre-recorded videos that I have planned for you guys. I'll see y'all in the next one.